Would it shock you to know that in Milwaukee County, almost 1 out of every 5 people is living in poverty?
So how do some people manage to break free from the cycle of poverty while others stay trapped for a lifetime? Today we're going to talk about this problem that affects all of us and what we can do to help.
That's right.
George Hinton and Abra Fortson are with the Social Development Commission. They're here to tell us more about the 2018 Summit on Poverty.
Yeah, thanks for being here, you guys.
Thank you for having us. Thank you so much.
I think a lot of those statistics shock people when they hear them. You know, that we just got finished speaking about homelessness in the Washington County area. We said that homelessness and poverty go hand in hand. You know, how do you guys feel that poverty is seen here in our local area?
You want to take that?
Well, I think that poverty is it's a reality of our community right now. A lot of times we try to, in some cases we try to pretend like it's not there. I think it would be better for us to just acknowledge it's there and then do something, be active around it. And I think if we do that, working together all the time, we'll probably be able to do something about it.
Lift people up, yeah.
Yes.
What is the Social Development Commission?
Social Development Commission, well, there's 2 things. First, we're a community action partner agency, one of 16 in the state of Wisconsin, and one of 1,000 in the United States. So, and in addition to that, we're also a commission on poverty. So we have a dual purpose as an agency. And so what we try to do is make sure that we address issues with our community at the grassroots level. How do we address poverty? How do we help people help themselves out of poverty?
Yeah, you've got this summit coming up. Poverty, I'm just wondering, do you know, is there a number that defines if you make this much or below this, you're considered poverty? Is there a definitive answer to that?
It used to be, the threshold used to be $10,000 annually, but you know, there are so many different formulas that create a threshold to determine whether people are in poverty. There's a city median income, the county median income, and then there's a state median income. But there are multiple formulas. One of the things that I'm glad that you all did today is acknowledge that poverty isn't just in one space.
Right.
Those are some of the common misconceptions about poverty. So we know that by us being a statewide agency, we've learned that some of the misconceptions, the false narrative that's built around poverty is that the largest concentration of poverty is in Milwaukee. So by exposing issues with homelessness and other issues, other barriers that are central to poverty, you guys are doing some great work here. We're excited about the Poverty Summit on September 27th and 28th.
Yeah, and what are some of the takeaways? Because it's a big deal when people come out and support this. What will they experience at the summit?
Well, our theme this year is sharing our stories, cultivating our solutions. By being a community action agency, we have the benefit of having collaborators all across the state. So one of the things that we began to notice was that there is a false narrative or perception around poverty, and many people aren't really able to rally around an issue that they don't understand.
Right. Very true.
Especially people who are existing in poverty. So that's how our theme was developed. Our goal is to dispel some of the myths about poverty and the experience of poverty. We will have a conversation about how poverty affects tribal nations, food disparities, everything from how the workforce is impacted. There are some conversations about race and barriers and perceptions that will be had at the summit as well. Some of the things that I'm really excited about, Legal Action of Wisconsin is having conversations about how poverty is criminalized. So we can go on and on when we talk about how these barriers are explored as you begin to tackle the issue of poverty.
The interesting thing is that while we have a lot of great subjects, we're really excited about the fact that this is a statewide poverty summit.
Yeah.
So we're going to have people from all over the state coming together to talk about poverty from a state perspective.
Yep.
A rural, urban, and suburban issue. So we're talking collectively about how do we tell our stories and then how do we create those solutions.
Absolutely.
There's also a really nice dinner, it sounds like, and it's a very special part of this whole weekend. What is that about?
We're really excited about we typically have an awards dinner when our state association has the annual summit. Well, last year, the city lost a legendary advocate in the community action world and workforce development. His name was Donald Sykes. Mr. Sykes was the first executive director of the Social Development Commission, and when he retired, he was the executive director from Employ Milwaukee. Donald Sykes impacted the resources that were delivered from the federal government down to the city of Milwaukee, even in terms of planning and establishing community action agencies. So we're going to do a special dinner September 27th. Go ahead.
And the summit will go until the 28th.
Yes.
At the Hyatt Regencey in Milwaukee. I'm going to give the website so people can sign up, take advantage of it as well. It's cr-sdc.org. Thank you so much.
Thank you.